Hello and welcome. What a shiny, cool acetate cover, huh? It was like regular covers, then I saw this acetate cover in the store, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta get the shiny one. Look, you can even see the camera right there. Isn't that wild? This is DCeased War of the Undead Gods #1. Now, this is obviously riffing off of War of the Gods, that whole stuff that happened like 30 years ago or whenever that was. That was a long time ago. Comic book companies just like to keep rehashing the same ideas and names. Fortunately, that's not really what's going on here. This is just like the next chapter of DCeased, and they just kind of put a derivative name on it for some reason. Look at the inside cover. Yeah, and that's essentially what DCeased is all about. Batman punching zombies to death. We open up to Kara, Superman's cousin, landing on New Genesis, which is, boom, there's our next set of opponents, the new gods, who are all zombies. Now, I would have sworn we'd, killed all them guys in previous stuff, but I guess I'm wrong? Yeah, I just guess I'm wrong. That's just me misremembering. Man, I'm starting to see fingerprints on this book. That's terrible. But it's a nice little, horror setup to kind of just show us, what the stakes are. Because, look, chasing after a Kryptonian, it's good stuff. So now we jump from that to what we've all been waiting for, maybe. If you remember the original DCeased miniseries, they, one of the loose ends at the very end of everything was that Superman was in the sun as a zombie, eating the sun. They had zombie Superman eating the sun. Well, homeboys here, boom, are like, yo, let's go rescue him. And they go for it. There's not that many superheroes left that can survive the depths of space, but the ones that are there, they're there, And they go to have their throwdown with Superman, and I really like this panel. I thought this was a super dope panel. But granted, it's essentially just an evil Superman with super laser vision. It's very derivative. This isn't original at all, but I thought it was cool. So we're gonna kind of skip ahead a little bit. So of course, they do rescue him. You gotta have a little bit of hope before everything goes bad, right? Right. So they come home. Sees Lois. Boom, they get a happy reunion. There's Jonathan Kent. And this is probably my favorite line out of the entire book. Jonathan, I hear you hit me with a shovel, Martha Kent. And then they smooch. I like the dynamic. I love that. This is, I really like that cool, flaming Superman panel and all that, but little two-panel sequence. That's what I want to see in a DC comic book. It's great stuff. Now, of course, things can't just go according to plan. You gotta have something bad happen. Bum, bum, bum. Brainiac is showing up, and everybody has to go out to fight Brainiac. I'm going to flip back to the cool sun panel while we keep talking here. Sorry, missed it. We'll get there eventually. There's a really great fight sequence on those pages, by the way, where they're battling Superman to try to cure him. It's really good. It looks really good. It reads really good. It's a ton of fun. So, my thoughts here are, as I read this, is I don't know that this is actually something we need. I don't know that this needs to exist. Because it really felt like the last DCeased miniseries basically wrapped everything up with a nice big bow, wrapped it up real nicely. There was nothing really hanging out there that we needed to keep exploring. The only loose end that I could remember, that, Superman and the Star. Now, of course, we're not at the end, because we have a new miniseries with I don't know how many issues it's supposed to have. In fact, I don't even remember seeing this solicited. This just kind of showed up in the shop, and I'm like, yo, wasn't on my pull list? And they got added to my pull list. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing, and this so far is the best setup for any of these DCeased miniseries. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. But yeah, I thought we had taken care of all the new gods and stuff. I thought they were all really dead, not just kind of dead. But as you can see from the very beginning of the book, with the New Genesis gods, that's totally the setup here. Is we've got a bunch of evil new gods that are all zombies, yeah, god zombies, and we got to deal with them. And I guess this is going to be fun. It's going to be cool. But yeah, I'm excited and kind of cautious because there's so many ways it could go bad and just end up being kind of trite and dumb instead of being awesome and full of like face punching explosions. But I'm pretty excited. Just this book, like just these couple of pages where they're battling Superman here, like got me all hyped because I'm like, oh man, they're battling Superman and bringing hope back. You know what I mean? Which just means it's going to get really dark and they're all going to die by the end of the book probably. But hey, that's what happens in zombie stories. Everybody dies, as proven by well, pretty much every zombie story made since Night of the Living Dead. Like everybody has to die before the end of the story. That's kind of formulaic, huh? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check this out. If you've read any of the previous DCeased books, I think this will be a really solid follow-up for you. And if you haven't, maybe this is the time to get in. Like it's a brand new story. They kind of explain what's going on in all the narration boxes as they're doing stuff. So I don't know how you can go wrong. Bye-bye.